Ryan McCaffrey here, Brennan Tyrell there. One of the highlights of the Game Awards 2018 was a new first-person role-playing game from Obsidian Entertainment called The Outer Worlds.
Correct.
It has been they've got helping them out the two co-creators from the original Fallout. It's like a RPG marriage made in heaven.
Yeah, it really is the A-team. They have Tim Kaine and Leonard Boyarsky are co-game directors on this. It is a pulpy sci-fi RPG. It's first person, you shoot stuff, you swing melee weapons. I hate to do the cardinal sin of like entertainment media saying it's like this, but also like this, but I'm totally gonna do it. It is very similar to Fallout. Like you think of Fallout, you think BioShock, you think Borderlands. It's got elements from all of that. It's got BioWare's sort of companion system.
And they never got to make another Fallout game after the very beloved New Vegas.
That's
so this
right,
feels like, at least
it
on the
feels like
surface,
a continuation of
yeah,
it.
and
but
that's cool.
You're not in a post-apocalyptic, Nevada anymore. You are in a colony on the edge of the galaxy. The whole premise of the game is fantastic from like a narrative perspective.
Yeah, you got to go down to Obsidian to check it out.
Yeah, so you're basically, this is the near future, or I'm sorry, not the near future, the far future where corporations have just won. They've taken over everything.
Yeah.
So what happens is all of these corporations, they buy up parts of the galaxy and then create colonies there, and then send their employees to sort of colonize these worlds and then, gather resources and all that. So that's where the Outer Worlds picks up. You are one of these employees. You wake up from cryo sleep like 4 or 5 decades after you were supposed to, and no one's supposed to be in cryo that long, so things are not quite all right. But that actually has like mechanical implications in the game as well. For some reason, you can slow down time. Is that because of all the drugs that you're taking, or is it because you have brain damage? So there's this really like heavy undertone of like dark humor going through it.
I like where this is going.
Yeah, it does feel very. It's so here. That's the thing. It's not depressing, right? It's colorful and it's funny. Listening to the dialogue options, we're all very familiar with the sort of branching dialogue paths where you get to be the hero or you get to be the psychopath who just kills everyone. They've added in a sort of a fourth branch to it, which is just being for lack of a better word, the dumbass, where you say those dumb, naive things that we all think, and then your companions comment on it, and then there are callbacks to that later in the game. So it's really shaping up to be this cool experience that sort of subverts the traditional RPG dynamic, really, that you find in most of these games. But everything is here. Your branching dialogue options, you've got your decision making, you've got your combat and your companions. It's all there.
And this has been in development very quietly for a while,
right?
Yeah,
for like 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So, it's being published by Private Division, which is a publishing arm of Take-Two.
Yeah, their new kind of indie label.
That's right, yeah. So, no word going forward on what this means for the series now that Obsidian is owned by Microsoft. Yeah. But just focusing on the game, it seems very, very cool. It's very up my alley of like smart aleck, kind of dark black comedy. But at the same time, you've got your spaceship that you can eventually earn and find and then travel throughout the system. This particular colony is 2 different planets, and the really cool element of that is that they terraform them. But the first planet didn't terraform well, so it's basically the monster planet. And then you have the planet where all the corporations are on. Story elements being what they are, somehow, things go bad and monsters come over and then there's conspiracy and subterfuge. But the whole world just seems really, really cool and someplace that you can actually kind of dive into. It's got a very Firefly-esque like edge of society. Everyone's got their own vernacular and cool shorthand. So
sweet.
It's definitely something I want to like continue to dive into.
And 2019, and so this will be out on PlayStation 4 as well as
correct.
Xbox and
PS4,
PC.
Xbox One, PC.
So we'll be keeping a close eye on the Outer Worlds for all things Outer Worlds and all these awesome new games that got announced at the Game Awards. Keep it tuned right here to IGN.